let's jump right into our microscopes and our fatal predictions. Who do you have on offense? Flip on your microscope.
On
Look inside
offense,
there. Tell me what you got.
I don't have a player. I've got a unit, and it's on the
Oh,
offensive line.
okay.
So last week I had my spotlight on Haskins. See how he do in that environment. Was not overly impressed for most of that game, but he totally redeemed himself late. I think a lot of that obviously had to do with the pressure he was getting. I think that O-line needs to do a little bit better job. I don't think the Hoosiers have the talent that Penn State has, but I'm really focused on them to pick up their stuff. I guess along with the running backs have to step up and do their job too to pick up the blitz and things like that. That could all be done better. So that's really what I'm watching on offense.
All right. On offense, I'm going to take. Well, since you took a unit, I'm going to take a unit. I'm going to go running backs. I want to see like 200 yards rushing this week at least between Dobbins and Weber.
Oh, I'm with you.
I mean, let's get this thing back on track. We're going to need it, as we get in here as we leak into November and December. We got to get that running game, running in like a fine-oil machine. So that's my focus. I don't care how you split the fucking carries. I imagine Dobbins will get a couple more than Weber if Weber's nursing the injury. So
20,
let's get that show on the
2015,
road.
something like that.
Yeah, let's get that show on the road and get Weber some rest and even get Master Teague and Snead into the mix late.
I'm with you. Going back, what do we always like to see at the stat line at the end? If you can throw me up 250 and 250 rushing and passing, to me that's the perfect game right there. And I'm with you. We went down in rushing yards every game this season, and that trend needs to stop and start going back up.
Right.
And get back in that north. So, I'd love to see us at least be a 220 yards per game on the ground team.
Yeah. So I want you to go back under your microscope and tell me who you have for defense.
On defense, I got the guy that really I saw glaring weaknesses from this week, and that's Tough Borland. My mic's on him. He doesn't something doesn't look right with him, and so I'm going to be watching him closely. And if the coaches think that him even gimping around out there is helping this football team, to me that's worrisome that they think he's our best option, even limping around. So
Yeah.
I'm watching Tough.
All right. I like that. I was leaning towards Okuda. By the way, I forgot to bring him up. He had some amazing tackles on punt coverage this week. He had 3 where a guy got 0 yards. And I was leaning towards him, but I think I'm going to go with whoever the safety is next to Fuller. Whether it's Wade, Went, or Pryor. I want to see that position play much, much better. We got to see progress. I mean, this is week 5 already. You've had the entire month of August, which is fall camp, and you've had 5 weeks of games. Okay, that's like two and a half months almost to get a fucking starting safety in there that can take an angle and make a tackle consistently, and we haven't seen that. And in pass coverage as well, getting toasted. That's not helping matters.
Can we stop giving up the bombs? Jeez.
Yeah.
The bomb. I mean, and I'm not talking about way down the field. Is the bomb plays that are
Right.
gosh.
Yeah, those chunk plays are backbreakers.
I can handle 20-yard chunks. Hey, you're going to give up a few of them. But
Right.
80, 90, 60, that's bullshit.
Yeah. We're looking at, let's get into our predictions. Here the odds are Buckeyes by 25, kind of a weird number. And then the over-under 62.5. Looks like they're calling for another shootout.
Well, I got 2 season predictions in me. But to me, this is going to be a letdown game. I think we're going to start out slow. Indiana's going to be in this game. early, and it'll be a second half game when we scored, 2 to 3 touchdowns late in the game and end up winning 45-20 push.
Oh, wow. Fancy pants. But take the over. I like that. I'm not sure what the weather forecast is calling for, but I don't think it matters. We should be able to move the ball at will through the air and on the ground. I'm going to go Buckeyes going big, getting back on the scoreboard, 49-17. I think they move the ball with ease, and I don't think we sleepwalk through this game. I think guys are focused. I know, or I know that you know that Herb brought up last year's Iowa game this week. Different IU, but you don't want the same result. So I think Herb's going to be pounding that into the guys all week, and they're going to have to get up and get focused. So big win for the Buckeyes. They get back on track, and the running game rolls. That's what I think.
I think this is a game here that coming off that PSU game, you've got this Indiana game, which again they're not going to roll over for you. You're going to be in a football game, and then Minnesota and Purdue. And then you got the bye week. I think this sets up real nice for us. 5-0 now. I think looking at 8-0 going into the bye week. That at Purdue game is another little tricky one. See how they do. I know the record's not great, but they're playing tough football.
I'll tell you what, that Rondale Moore will take it 93 for sure. You seen him?
Yeah, I did.
He's a stud.
There's a lot of speed in these teams, man. At least it looks like it when they play Ohio State, because somebody takes it a long way.
Yeah, to be sure. It's always watch out for the fast guy. I don't know, maybe they're going to feed him the ball.